Fire mid or trash for the May 22nd episode of Monday Night Raw. You know what time it is. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. I am MFGDs, and this is the Crimson Mass Show. Fire mid or trash. May 22nd, Monday Night Raw. Let's just get started. All right. So the show kicked off with Brock absolutely beating the shit out of Cody Rhodes. He beat him up, threw him around like a sack of potatoes, slammed him into the garage door. That's what I'm calling it, people. It's the garage door. Then he takes a trash can and smashes Cody's arm. Cody's arm is broken. He can't fight United Champions. He's done. He's done. Cody had an interesting dressing style while he was getting beat up. He looked like he was pulling a Thriller, Michael Jackson style, white socks, black shoes, getting the hell beat out of him. And yeah, it just wasn't a good look for Cody. He took one. He took an L right there. Then we go to the ring, got Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman's out there saying that, hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Brock beat the shit out of Cody. I'm Roman's advocate, whatever. I had nothing to do with that. Then, of course, Sammy and KO comes out, and they come out. Paul Heyman exits stage left. Paul Heyman got out of there so damn fast that he just blipped off the screen. Next thing you know, we got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn doing their thing in the ring, cutting their promo. They said that they wanted to. They said Roman dedicated their match United Champions coming up this Saturday to Offense Seeker the Wild Samoans. Well, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have a different idea. They're going to dedicate their future victory to the true pillars of the bloodline, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. So, I feel like that probably hit Roman right in the damn gut. All it's going to do is get Jimmy and Jay yelled at again. Then Imperium decided to come to the ring. After a quick brawl, they tossed Imperium out the ring, had Gunther looking weak. Let's pump the brakes on that. We don't want Gunther looking weak. Our first match of the night kicked off. Ricochet, Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed, that's a big ass dude, man. Like he kind of walked with like a little wobble, but he's athletic as hell. Don't get it twisted. Ricochet, he put up a good fight, like Ricochet always does. $1 million moves, 10-cent promo skills. That's Ricochet in a nutshell. He put up a good fight, but in the end, he got crushed by Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed dived all on him, flattened him like a pancake. Bronson Reed was a winner, and this match was mid. Next, we have another backstage segment. Dominic, Mommy, and Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews was just doing his interview in peace with Catherine Kelly before Mommy walked up, Rhea Ripley walked up, basically saying that, hey, Natalya, I'm ending your career in Night of Champions. You finna be done. And oh my goodness gracious, I hope she carried. Natalya I'm sure she's a great person. I just don't desire to see Natalya in any more feuds in WWE whatsoever. She is the human victory cigar. The minute you see her in a match against somebody, in a feud against somebody, you automatically know the other person's going to win. When is the last time you seen Natalya win a feud against anybody? I can't tell you because it rarely ever happens. Anyway, Apollo Crews backstage cutting this crappy promo. Another guy, $1 million moves, 10-cent promo skills. Which if you got $1 million moves and 10-cent promo skills, you're going nowhere. Like Rey Mysterio is competent on the microphone. He's competent. He had $1 million move. He had a legendary luchador. And last I checked, Ricochet used to be a luchador. Apollo has never been a luchador as far as I know. And so, yeah, those guys aren't luchadors, so you can't get away with having 10-cent promo skills. Anyway, basically, Apollo Crews is like, yo, Rhea, you're interrupting my interview. No disrespect. And then Dom basically says, shut the up, Apollo. Who is Apollo? Who are you? And then Apollo basically said, oh, yeah, I'll teach you a lesson. And Rhea accepted the match for Dominic. Then we had another Seth Rollins, Corey Graves interview because Seth Rollins is apparently he's off doing movies the last couple weeks. These interviews have been very good, and on Raw, they were exceptional. Like I found them to be really great. Those are pretty good interviews. Next, we had another backstage segment. Finn Balor was challenging Shinsuke Nakamura. He was saying he was going to mop the floor with him and leave enough for Priest to pick his bones. So there's that. I mean, that is a very pay-per-view worthy match, in my opinion. Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura. There's a lot of history from Japan there. But if they're giving it to us on Monday Night Raw, you know, who could complain about that? The Zoe Stark video package. I like it. Made Zoe Stark feel tough. She says she's going to defeat all the heroes. You know, let's hope that she doesn't get lost in the sauce. And let's hope that Zoe fulfills what she says she's going to do. Zoe is a very good wrestler. And I just hope that they do her right. Finally, we had another match. Candice LeRae against the aforementioned Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark has jazz, for those of you who know, jazz level physicality. Like, I'm a grown-ass man. I don't want Zoe Stark hitting me because she looked like she hit pretty damn hard. She's just super physical. For whatever reason, Nikki Cross came to the ring and what was she doing? Like that annoyed the shit out of me. I'm sorry. That annoyed the shit out of me. Like, you come to the ring, you hop in, you're bobbing. I'm like, okay, she's rooting for Candice LeRae. That's all right. I'm not going to complain about too much. But then she tries to hug her mid-match. Like, imagine if that happened in the NBA. Imagine if that happened in the NBA. Imagine if, like, I don't know, Tyler Hero in the middle of a game, like when Jimmy Butler is getting ready to shoot, he just run out to the ring and start like hugging Jimmy Butler. Like what the fuck are you doing? Like, get the hell off the court, bro. So anyway, basically Nikki Cross cost Candice LeRae the match. So I'm gonna say this match was mid. Of course, Zoe Stark won. The match was mid, but Nikki Cross being there was completely trash. So then we had another backstage interview. I believe it was our guy. He was interviewing Ali. And then Ali was just doing the whole goofy baby face thing. Like, I've always wanted this opportunity I could have sworn Ali had an opportunity to win the United States title before. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But he's saying, oh, yeah, I never got a shot at the mid-card title. This is people think I can't win. Basically, Brock just interrupts the interview, and then he turns around, and he looks at Ali and says, get a life, kid. And then Ali had the saddest look on his face as he walked away because he couldn't do shit about it. What is he going to do to Brock? Because he told him to get a life and interrupted his interview. Nothing. All right, anyway, Brock goes down to the ring. Brock's in the ring. Brock's like, okay, yeah, Cody's not fighting tonight. Cody's not fighting at the Night of Champions. But you know who is? Brock's fighting at the Night of Champions. So whoever wants to come out here and get a match against me at Night of Champions, then come on down to the ring. And I'll tell you this. I'm really loving the jealousy, don't forget about Brock's storyline they're doing right now. Like, people are saying that Cody is being two-faced and just being like too campy and all that, but I like what the storyline's doing right now. Brock is basically facing the mortality of the fact that that there's a new person that people care about on the scene, and Brock doesn't like it. That's basically the story they're telling. Like, hey, Cody can't fight Night of Champions, but you still got me. You still got Brock Lesnar. That's basically the story they're telling. But anyway, Cody's coming out to the ring. Cody's hurt. Like, if you thought that Cody wasn't coming out to confront Brock after Brock just basically announced that Cody is out of Night of Champions, then you must have been living under a rock. This is Cody Rhodes. He's going to come out and interrupt Brock and say, what the hell are you talking about, Brock? I'm fighting the Night of Champions. I'm fighting you in Night of Champions. So Cody comes out. They brawl again. And sorry, folks, Cody takes ass whooping number 2. He gets thrown down. He gets beat up. He gets his arm stumped on. He gets put in the Kimura lock. Like, Cody is just getting his ass beat tonight, which, I mean, has become customary in his feud against Brock Lesnar. So we had another match, Alpha Academy and the Viking Raiders. It looks like Maximum Male Models are done. That's what it's starting to look like. And if they aren't done, Maxine isn't their valet anymore, because now Maxine's coming out with stars, not stars and stripes. She don't got the stripes yet, but now she's coming out with stars. She seems to be their full-time valet now, and now it seems like they're on the same page. The other week, Otis was getting ready to do the worm. You had Chad Gable telling Otis, like, yeah, do the worm. And Maxine's telling him not to do the worm, and Otis getting confused, and it cost them the match. This week, Otis was doing the worm, and they both like, yeah, Otis, do it. Yeah, Otis, do it. And even Maxine and Chad start to seem like they're starting to get along a little bit better. So, I mean, that's basically, they got the win here against Viking Raiders because of Maxine distracting, I think it was Ivar that was on the top rope, distracting Ivar. And the match was mid. It wasn't trash. It was mid. It was solid. I was more interested in the chemistry between Maxine and Chad Gable. And honestly, there's a lot of meat on that bone if you guys want to pick it, as far as like a storyline they could tell. Next, we had Cody backstage. He's pissed off. Got his ass kicked twice tonight. He's out there. He's refusing medical attention. He's kicking people out of his locker room like Roman Reigns. Another Indus backstage promo. I still don't take Indus serious. Guy sitting there doing a promo, playing with his mustache while Jinder Mahal's talking. Like, I just don't feel a serious threat from Indus. Like, I feel like they're going to win a couple squash matches, and then they're going to get squashed eventually by some babyface tag team, and then that's going to be that. Shinsuke Nakamura, Finn Balor. I like this match. It should have been on a bigger stage because of the history, because of the talent, but they did it on Monday Night Raw. Okay. I'm also interested in seeing a singles match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Damian Priest. I think that will also be an excellent match that I'd like to see. Finn was able to get the win here with a little interference from Damian Priest. He was distracting Shinsuke a little bit during the match. I think this match was mid. I definitely think on a bigger stage, Shinsuke and Finn would tear the house down, but they looked like they were just going through the motions, getting a little match under the belt. I do want to know what happened with JD McDonough this week. Last week, I think it was last week, we seen JD McDonough after he attacked Dolph Ziggler. He was leaving the arena, and he kind of seen Finn Balor standing at the top out in the distance watching JD McDonough leave. So I thought they might have followed up on that this week, but maybe they're waiting. I hope they didn't scrap it, because I think JD McDonough in the same stable with Finn Balor, I think that's a good idea. Raquel Rodriguez and Sonya Deville had a match. It was a short match, which is why I'm going to say it now. It was trash because of how short it was. I think the whole point of the match was to tell people that Shotzi was going to be Raquel's new tag partner. Raquel was able to get the win. She took a post-match beatdown before Shotzi got there. She took a Jordan 1 to the back of the skull, courtesy of Chelsea Green. But yeah, Shotzi came out and she helped Raquel, so there you are. Backstage, Cody is still pissed off. Cody still won't accept medical attention. Adam Pearce doesn't know what the hell to do. Trish Stratus comes in and she's like, yeah, we're going to do this contract signing. I think we need a no-touch rule. And Adam Pearce basically was like, nah, we ain't doing all that tonight. I got a lot of shit going on. We finna just do this contract signing to keep it pushing. So then we finally get on to the contract signing. And let me tell you this. I'm out of the grading segments business, as you guys can probably tell. I'll just tell you what happened now. But if I was still grading segments, this would be fire. Just on the strength that Becky ethered Trish on the microphone. She destroyed her. This is the best Becky Lynch promo I've heard in years. She referenced the Attitude Era where Trish was on her hands and knees barking like a dog. Woof, woof, woof. Barking. Something that Trish said was very demoralizing and very embarrassing. She basically said, woof, woof, bitch. That's basically what she said. No, she did say that. She said those exact words, woof, woof, bitch. It was a hell of a promo, man. The only thing I would change, pick a lane, Becky. Are you going to be the Irish last kicker or are you going to be big time Bex? Because your words were Irish last kicker, but your attire coming out with some glasses that look like this was big time Bex, and I was just like, we don't need that. I don't know if you and Seth talked about, hey, let's see who could wear the most goofy attire, but no, I just need regular prime Becky Lynch. Let Seth do his thing. Seth, I preferred his older gimmick too, but whatever. Becky, no big time Bex, because we need the Irish last kicker. Come on. Pierce at this point backstage, he can't do nothing about Cody. So now he's on the phone calling somebody saying, hey, look, he's not listening. He's not taking medical attention. He's yelling at people like Roman. I need help with Cody. Then we switch over to Shotzi and Raquel backstage, and basically they hug each other, and Raquel says that Shotzi is a new tag team partner. Let's hope that during the match, Shotzi doesn't hurt herself or hurt others during the match. Dominic Mysterio, Apollo Crews. Dominic was able to get one over on Apollo Crews with the help of Mommy, of course. Dominic is on a winning streak. He's winning. I mean, I don't know how many matches in a row it is now, but it's been a minute since I've seen Dominic lose. Apollo Crews, once again, phenomenal in the ring, $1 million moves, 10-cent mic skills, but he took the loss here. The match was mid. Dominic is also on a mid-match winning streak. So, I mean, Dominic, I don't know if Dominic is yet capable of having a fire match. I don't know. I might have gave him one at WrestleMania against Ray, but yeah, usually Dominic matches are mid. Dominic got the win here, so yeah. Then we had a cool-ass AJ Styles video package. It was so awesome. Like, I think there's almost as close to 0% chance that AJ is going to win the Night of Champions, but this video package did a good job of making some people probably believe that he's going to win the Night of Champions. Then on to our main event. We had Imperium versus Riddle, KO, and Sami Zayn. You know what? This match was what it was. It was mid. I'll tell you what I think. I think that if Gunther and Matt Riddle had a singles match, it would tear the house down. It would be fire. I think if you had a built-up Imperium, and I'm talking about Vinci and Kaiser, I think if you actually let them build some momentum and then put them in a feud against Sami Zayn and KO, I think they will burn the house down because they're no slouches. Like, they lost to them already. I think they've lost to them twice so far since they've been on Raw, but they're better than that. And this goes back to my point that WWE needs to split those titles up, put some titles on Raw, put some on SmackDown, and they need to split up KO and Sami Zayn. Like, I feel like the mission is damn near accomplished after Night of Champions. Once they get to the point where Sami Zayn and KO are no longer in matches against members of the Bloodline, I think Sami and KO could peacefully go their separate way. They could still be together on TV and things like that, but I think they need to both be focusing on their singles career, and you need to start having these tag teams like Imperium, the Viking Raiders, Alpha Academy. We need to get those belts on some tag teams, some real tag teams. Overall, nope, we're not done yet. We had a backstage segment. I almost forgot about this. Cody and Triple H had a backstage segment. It was wholesome. Could you imagine basically the overtone, the basic quick hit? Cody basically said, look, I'm fighting Brock. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Triple H. After Cody said, what would you do? Triple H basically was like, you're right. Go fight Brock without saying it. But could you guys imagine if Vince was still like in charge, which I know he's still in charge in some capacity, but imagine if Vince had to be the one to go tell Cody he's out of the match. Vince would have went back there. Cody would be like, I know what you're going to say, yada, yada, yada. Vince would have been like, shut up, son of a bitch. And then he would have told Cody that he's in charge and that he's going to be out of Night of Champions. And then they would have had a whole thing where Cody had to prove, and I don't know how he would have did it within a couple of days, but he had to prove that he could fight Brock, or he would have just showed up at Night of Champions and fought him. But I thought it was funny. I imagine Vince being the one back there telling Cody that he couldn't be in the match. That would have been pretty funny. Anyway, that's it for Fire Made of Trash. I'll see you guys on the next show. Look out for the first episode of The War Room. I'm recording that right after I record this. I'm going to give some updates about the channel, and I'm going to be saying some pro wrestling rumors. So we're moving on. We're doing new things on the channel. So I hope you're ready for it, because I know I am. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.